Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to talk about a forgotten mechanic that's still going to be standard legal, and that's deserts. Because they still do a lot of things, and we have a lot of stuff that still triggers from criming. So, yeah, I don't know, criming? Is that a thing? Committing crimes? We need a word for that. Anyway, I'm going to say criming through this video, and that's probably going to annoy people. But, let's go ahead and talk about what we got. And don't forget that this is rotation ready, so if you build this, you don't have to worry about any cards. Everything's good. You can spend your wild cards. They won't go to waste. And we'll have a playlist linked here that'll have all types of other decks as well. I think we're going to be at like 20 decks already. So yeah, lots to pick from if you don't want to waste your wild cards. Anyway, let's get into this. We're starting with some Bitter Triumph. We're going to have a lot of removal because we need things to target so we can trigger some things. But go for the throat, and these are also going to be good for keeping some early creatures off of us. Of course, we have Magda because getting treasure is great and helps us ramp up. And maybe sometimes gets us dragons. Speaking of more things that can target, these targets are things, unfortunately, but we do actually get to add lands with Bristly Bill, and this is good, or add counters when we play lands with Bristly Bill, because we're playing stuff like Free Strider Lookout, which we can have our stuff target, then we go get a land, the land comes into play, Bristly Bill puts a counter, so these all work together, obviously. Outcaster Greenblade. This is a card that kind of went forgotten, but very often we're paying 3 mana for like a 4/5 or a 5/6 creature with this, and that's actually super cool, and it just helps us find a desert that we can set off all of our crimes. Playing a couple of Tranquil Throwback just because this is a catch-all. I wanted some ways to remove artifacts and enchantments, and this also can let us gain some life in a pinch against mono red if necessary. Speaking of which, we also have Glissa, which can destroy some enchantments, but also help us find some cards if we need to. Shieldred, obviously, because this card's good. We also have some Colossal Rattleworm. This card's also outstanding to be able to play at flash speed, which is awesome. And we have a couple of Ob Nixilis, Captive Kingpin. Now, the Planeswalker is no longer going to be standard legal, but this guy is. And every time we deal 1 damage to the opponent, we'll get to put a counter on here. And guess what deals 1 damage? We're talking about deserts. So yeah, we should be able to put some counters and get some cards off of this guy as well. And we are playing Glissa, the Hellraiser. However, I could see turning this Glissa into another land because we do have a lot of things that cost 4 mana in this list, but we'll see how that works out. And, of course, we have some Virtual Persistence. Again, some things that target, gain some life, and buy us a little bit of time. Yeah, now if you have fun with watching this and you want to download it and try it, I'll have a link to Moxfield, one of the channel sponsors, so that way you can download it and you can try it for yourself. The link will be in the description. And again, don't forget, if you want to check out a bunch of other decks, throughout this video I'll have the link with our playlist up there as well. So yeah, let's go hop in and see if we can crime our way to victory with these deserts. The one thing we are going to have happen with this deck quite a lot is there's a bunch of tap lands because of our deserts. Now, we actually got a hand that isn't that affected by that, which is nice, but we'll see how this goes. And this isn't bad enough to throw away, so we're going to keep it. But I think I have an idea already of some cards I want to update in these particular lists, so we'll see how we feel later in the video. That is not particularly the card we want to draw, but it's also not bad. Alright, Pilfer. I mean, Virtual Persistence is the only thing we can cast immediately. Yep, and they agree. So, I think we play this pass. We can put a desert into play. Yeah, sure. You do your thing, opponent. Sounds good. We'll get... I have black, green... I guess we just grab one of these. Oh, that's interesting. Alright, I guess we're going to do this. I thought about waiting just to flash in the Rattleworm, but it's not like it's that much of a surprise. They already know about it. I mean, obviously a kill spell is just going to kill Ob Nixilis here. Oh, I guess they don't have it. Fair enough.
For the sake of all Innistrad, my will must be obeyed.
Interesting. They didn't make the 2/3. I thought they might try to just double block Ob Nixilis if we attack, but that was not the case. Ooh, what do we do here? Do I have a way? Oh, yeah, actually. Nope, that doesn't do what we want. I was thinking I could play Magda, target that, get that back. But that doesn't do what we want. I'm trying to think how I could do one more point to kill Soren here, but I think I either have to kill Soren outright or kill this Knucklehead. So here's what we're going to do. And I'm just going to kill... just pay the 3 life. And then just attack with this. Go ahead and play the land. I mean, they could pilfer, make us discard the Rattleworm, but then we also get a crime target, or a crime card, I guess, trigger next turn. Interesting that they have 2 lands they can't play spells with. They can play creatures with them. Yeah, the Rattleworm going to the yard isn't, like, that bad of a thing for us. Oh, so we could do this on 2 turns. Let's do this first. Got access to a Takenuma, which does us no good. I am going to attack. And we will end the turn. Until your next end step. So if we trigger something on their turn, we'll get it on our turn. That's actually pretty smart to know. Yep. Would you mind flipping another Rattleworm for us? I wouldn't be that upset by that. I feel pretty good considering the opponent's done a lot of like discarding, stealing cards with the Deep Cavern Bat. And we're still not in bad shape here by any stretch. Opponent has effectively just colorless mana for the time being. So we hit them, we make a treasure, we get access to a card. Yeah, we had everything. Yeah, that was a sick next turn because we have this guy who has flying and trample. We get to either activate, well, we get to activate the land, and we get to make a Scorpion Dragon with haste. So yeah, we had so much damage that next turn. Okay, we have a bunch of tap lands and Copperline Gorge. Good to know. Sure, we'll keep it. If we can get one more untapped land, this is kind of nice. With the Lookout, then Glissa. I mean, we're going to run Magda out there probably on turn 2 and just assume Magda dies. Actually, I say that. Maybe we don't. Let's see how these progress. Because there are some situations where I may want to play Magda and get an automatic trigger. But now I'm only going to have other tap lands, so probably not. Man, actually, I think I am just going to play this. I'm obviously risking Magda getting countered here, but... Oh, no, I did that wrong anyway. I should have played Bristling Backwoods. Oh, then this doesn't matter anyway. I goofed up. I needed to play the Backwoods there. Because now I still don't get anything that I wanted to get here. The idea was to play the Backwoods, so then I could play Magda, play the other... One of the other... Oh, well, that's cool. I was going to say one of the other deserts and then start triggering things, but I obviously failed like an idiot, so... Let's target the opponent. We'll go search for a land, put that into play, trigger again. Alright, we at least have plenty of mana now. And we're playing against a control deck, so our Restless Cottage probably gets to do something. And with the opponent probably fearing us getting all these triggers, they're likely, exactly, going to just sell out on removal. Which is fine by us. Here comes some instant speed removal. Yeah, like, I swear we keep running into all this where it's just like... And the thing is, I don't even mind people playing removal, but it's like, come on, let's do something fun. Try to play some other permanents in the meantime. Alright, you have a Shieldred. There is a Shieldred, so... This is not just removal. This is like, Esper Midrange-y stuff. Ooh, I guess we can get back our own Shieldred and play it. That would be interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would leave 1, 2, and this is 3. Not quite where we want to be, so I'm just going to do this. And we'll attack. Remove this. And we will draw a card. Nice. Alright, opponent's at 7. 3 steps ahead to go digging. Alright. Yeah, we're going to gain our 3. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, cool. I mean, when you get to play against stuff and they literally go removal, 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 and then like your first creature that sticks gets the job done, can't really be too upset about that. Like, we basically won from all the desert damage, because that was quite a few deserts, and then one real attack, and then that led to a concession. Alright, let's keep it. I think I need to play this first, just for the possibility of playing Magda if we feel we need to. Oh boy, well, you got choices. At this stage, I have no idea what my opponent's doing, except for maybe, like, Naya Tokens is viable, because that's the only other time I think I've played Invasion of Gobakhan. But I do like that card. I had it in my top 20 list of things that will probably be played more coming up. I mean, I probably should have just played a Restless Cottage there, but I'm getting a little greedy. Seeing if we could find a removal card for whatever creature they probably inevitably play here. Hey, it's our boy, King Darian, Extra Large the 8th. This is wild. I almost feel like this might be somebody who watches my videos, because I don't know anybody else who plays that card. Yeah. We'll get a treasure. So they're very likely playing some version of Naya Tokens here. No attacks. I mean, they're probably flipping Invasion of Gobakhan if they really want to here, and I'm not going to have much of a way to stop them. Yeah, might as well. No blocks. All you, friend. Ooh, Gisa. Well. Thoughts and things. We could just play our own Glissa to maybe chump block some things. We could play a Rattleworm and let him get back the invasion. Ah, boy. We could also just remove something and replace our treasure. That's reasonable. I'm just going to pass. I mean, they know about our Rattleworm, so I don't know if that means anything to them or not, but we'll see. War Leader's Call. Don't like that. Okay, well then. Choices will have to be made. Oh, so this is where we're going. Alright. I think this is where Magda gets off the ship. So we block here, we block here. So the token has 2 damage on it. This will die. Yeah, that's fine. Yep, that works. Okay, so that's not too bad. All things considered, that was actually a reasonable turn. Let's go ahead and do this. Get rid of this guy. Pass a turn. Now, they could also just have another one, but this at least hopefully buys us a turn or two here while we try to get situated. We could also Glissa into a desert, which would be nice. Yeah, they had another one. Gosh dang it. Alright, well. Tis what it is. I mean, you got it. All I can do is limit what they can do at the moment. Good news is, these are all still fairly small creatures, and we do have tramplers and whatnot, so... And they don't appear to have much, if any, removal. So that's another thing I'm paying attention to here. Yeah, Glissa. Or Gisa, I should say. Get us some dudes of our own. And our creatures are big enough to battle here as well. And if they want to get rid of Gisa, they have to spend their whole turn. Same with Rattleworm. Well, not really. Okay, get lost. Yeah, that's fine. That's the whole turn, like we said. And then it's just a matter of what do they want to give up. And attack in for 2, you turn it into a 3/3. Alright, they're choosing not to. Alright. They did have some removal, though, after not playing any, so that did make that a reality. So 3, we have 3 left. If we do this, we get a flyer that we get to put a +1/+1 on. I think we go here, though. We could also get life back down the road if we need to. Alright. And then let's grow one of these. Alright, let's try to grow it again. Oh my gosh, the deck is just not even giving me a chance. Like, for real? Do I attack for 6 here with the Rattleworm? And just let them, like, double block in some capacity? Probably so. I think that's what we're doing. I was going to say, it takes at least 2, and we still get a point of trample damage, so that's fine. And that gives us an additional point later that we could turn into a desert. So that's good. Alright. Don't kill Glissa. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's so bad for us. So now they're going to get 2 tokens. Ugh. Alright. Okay, good job, deck. Good job. Oh, well, I guess I could have played that. Doesn't really matter, I guess. Let's go ahead and play this dude first. And then let's play this since it's untapped, and we can respond to something that would deal 3 possibly with the Rattleworm, I think. Alright, we might have stabilized. We can also just go to start playing Virtues and start stealing their creatures. Or get a Gisa back. I mean, that's real. I'm not too worried about life totals because we have plenty to attack with Cottage and sack the food, so that's fine. And we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll have access to 9. Okay, 3, 3. All right. Those are a problem. Another one? Bruh, come on. For real? like, gosh damn. Seriously? All right, at least we get to kill some things here. My goodness. All right, let's get this. Put a counter on, get access to a card. I was going to say, hopefully a kill spell, but no such luck. We'll block, and then we'll double block one of these. Speaking of, where are the rest of our kill spells? We've just seen 2 Virtues here, right? We got to make some things happen. I want to kill that Baird. Ugh, that ain't it. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which I need 5 to attack with those. That leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4. I was just thinking, I guess I have to just do this on its own. Try to get access to another... Nope, that is not it. What do we do here? Five, 6, 7. That doesn't cut it. I mean, I guess we just load up on blockers then. That's kind of terrible. But okay. Man, we have all this removal and we didn't draw hardly any of it. Opponent also drew well here too, though. I gotta be fair. I mean, drawing 3 Bairds is pretty gross. Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter here. Because we already played a land for the turn. Alright. I mean, if they have any extra damage, they kill us here. So, it is what it is. If not, we get to maybe stay alive with Restless Cottage. I mean, the other reality, too, though... Oh, you're kidding. Yep. I was just about to say I could possibly attack with that and do some things, but no such luck here. That's disappointing. Oh, interesting. The opponent did not attack with all those things. I thought they were going to. Would have been a good move. Alrighty then. I guess we only do what we can do. I mean, I guess we play... Actually, what do we want to do here? This is kind of a real question. Because, like, we Magda first. Is there a way I could... No, I was thinking there was a way I could get 3 triggers, but I can't, really. Counter on the land, possibly get another land. Counter on the land would be 6. I mean, sure. Why not? I mean, oh, no, wrong land. I wanted to deal another point. Ah, well, it didn't really matter. Sure. And then attack. At least force some blocks on their end. Sure, that works for us. Alright, so now we know we're not getting attacked back. That's the big thing. And then go ahead and crack this now so no shenanigans happen. Oh no. Alright. GG's. We're dead. I will say this though, as much as Gissa is a pretty cool card, I think for 5 mana, it's not necessarily what we want to be doing. And I think we could actually trim some things, like maybe cut 1 green blade, and I want to get us to 3 bats. Because technically those are also crimin', so, you know, it's not bad. And I just have to decide if it's worth it to have more Rattleworms or not. Or 1 less Obnixilis. But Obnixilis is also helping us get other cards. So I'm going to go 1 less Rattleworm, just to reduce the cost of the deck kind of in general, and give us a few more options. But I think this is what we want to play as we step into the latter games. Okay, let's go. Need some land pretty badly, but you know, if we get there, this isn't terrible. Oh, good old mono red, huh? Okay, let's pass. Because we can shoot something, then kill something, and maybe Magda get a treasure. Wow, Magda didn't even die there. This just means they have a bunch of stuff to pump creatures or whatever, obviously. I mean, I guess they could be playing with sorcery speed removal, too. Cards like Strangle aren't going to be legal in the future, but okay. That's a card. Yeah, no blocks. I don't love using this here, but I'm going to get rid of that because I think that's pretty important. I agree. As much as I want to save that for life later. And we will go ahead and attack. Oh, okay. Didn't expect to see a Heartflame Duelist. Okay, now. I think I'm just going to go Shieldred here. If you have a Witchstalker's Frenzy or whatever, so be it. Let's see it. I mean, if they have it, that's virtually their whole turn, so whatevs. Okay, so this is just a burn type deck from the looks of things. Yeah, I'm attacking here. I was like, if you have something to block and deal damage, then like, so be it. I mean, I thought our hand was pretty good against him because we had double removal early, which is what you want against mono red, but turns out they're just playing a burn deck. And we're pretty good against that in general. Go ahead and attack. We'll play this Knucklehead. I mean, they could randomly have, like, burn down the house, but I doubt it. Okay, this is close to an ideal opener, right? We get to play a tap land on 1, hopefully resolve bats on 2, and then we have options on 3. Or we could remove their bat if necessary, because that's always a thing. Alright, let's start by seeing if they want to get rid of our bat. Alright, I'm assuming they're going to kill it, but we will still get to see their hand. Oh, no. So they have Negate, Jace, Deduce, 3 steps ahead, Siphon, Insight. So we're not too worried about Negate. Jace is a nuisance, but not like the end of the world. Trying to decide, do we just lose to Jace? I'm gonna take Jace. I feel like that's the more problematic card here. Like, they'll get to draw a card. Maybe they counter something on our turn. Like, we don't care that much. Like, it's mildly bothersome, but whatever. Yeah, we attack first. See what they do. And then we play this and let them counter. Now they're choosing not to counter. They want to steal something from the top of our library, I suppose. We have double red, double black, single green, so I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll take this. Actually, we have triple black. Alright, so they're going to draw a card. Also note that, like, Siphon Insight isn't going to be standard legal. I'm assuming they're playing Memory Deluge, which is also not going to be standard legal. Did they not find land here? That's going to be a little surprising. So if we believe... Alright, let's try this then. Something else you can counter. And it's a value card for us. Well, you already know we have this. Ooh, awesome, awesome. Let's go ahead and grab one of those. And then I guess we're attacking. I mean, if you have a kill spell, you probably kill the green blade here, I'm assuming. Wow. Nope. I mean, maybe Siphon Insight to steal land. Though we just put like 4 lands on the bottom of the library. Yeah, this deck is very mid-rangey and silly, but it can pump up some lands very quickly. Alright, what do you want to do here, opponent? Kind of thinking if they counter Bristly Bill, we can hit them for 1 with the desert. If we get lucky, hit another desert, that'd be 8. This would go to being a 6, so that definitely would be lethal. Duress. Boy, you're going to be disappointed. Because you can take a Virtue of Persistence. We don't mind. I mean, you got to deal, I'm assuming, with at least the green blade to buy a turn. Yeah, this is a crazy decision. Ooh, as much as I would like to play a Restless Cottage. I think we're... Oh, no! I should have played Bristly Bill first. It didn't matter anyway. Alright. Yeah, I formulated the whole thing talking to y'all about what I should do, and then I just forgot to play Bristly Bill. But the idea there was, if I play Bristly Bill first, then they have to choose, do they counter Bristly Bill or not? If they don't, and they're leaving up removal, then we bill, and then just split the counters, assuming we hit a second desert. We just put them there. Still deal 2, they go to 8. We attack for what would end up being 4, 5, 6. They go to 2. And then we still have, like, Restless Cottage. We could play a Virtue of Persistence next turn. You know, so we had lots of options. But yeah, we'll take it. Just thanks to these two here, they did a lot of ramping that helped us out. Ooh, okay. We do have backward, so we only have 2 tap lands. Yeah, we'll keep this. Why not? Like, as a matter of fact, we could just play Cottage tapped, then we could play Magda, then if Magda dies, we could play Greenblade, and that's okay. Like, not the craziest thing, but it's cool. And then we still have Shieldred. Oh, this is the giant growth version. I mean, what's funny is really in this matchup, all we want is just spot removal. Right? Like, if we could just draw a thing to kill, like, Picnic Ruiner, exactly. That's all we want. That's all we're asking for out of life. Like, even just killing 1 or 2 things in these decks is often enough. I don't think I'm blocking here, realistically, so sure. And I think our play next turn is just play Shieldred. If she dies, she dies. And then we could follow up with a 1, 2, a 3, 4 Duder here, which would be fine. Yep. Probably gonna giant growth, and you got some extra action on top of it. Yep. All makes sense to me. We go to 9. Yeah, we'll pass. So they have some instants here they can still cast. Oh, they're debating killing a creature here, possibly? That's interesting. I mean, either way, we're probably just double blocking. And then letting the Death Touch do its thing. Though they could also have... I've seen some play Tamiyo Safekeeping, so that's possible. Alright, you'll get 2 cards here. I mean, obviously we're still blocking, so whatevs. Just a big old trade fest. Alright, so what do we got going on here? No more creatures from their side? Though they could also be waiting on haste creatures, which would make sense as well. Ooh, I was going to play the Green Blade Outcaster here, but I think I'd rather play a bat. I mean, we're going to get a third or second treasure either way. And this way we don't crack this treasure, and that still leaves us Ob Nixilis plus options next turn. Sometimes, though, their decks can bog down to where they have a bunch of things that pump creatures, but don't have creatures to put that stuff on. And when that happens, you do get time to play stuff like Virtue of Persistence. Oh, we'll take a Snakeskin Veil, sure. Alright, so we're kind of in the driver's seat at this point. Even if they get a haste creature, we don't mind that much. And we're soon to start gaining life and be able to make a 4/4 dragon next turn. I don't know why I didn't attack for 2 there. I probably should have. I think I just hit the end of turn button too quick. But regardless, this is all fine and good. We're not upset about any of the proceedings here. Red-green land is probably fine. Get a red-black one. That's fine. Alright. Opponent takes damage. We get to make a treasure. We're going to turn them treasure into big old dragons. And we're going to attack. Oh, you're going to kill a dragon? It's going to be rough, though, if the opponent ends up at 2 life and I die. Because we'll know where the 2 damage came from. Alright, opponent's at 7, we're at 10. We have a 3/4 blocker on the ground. That's a good sign for us. Yep. Sure, let's keep it. Alright, have a feeling we're going to need to leave up all our removal here. Oh, against Dinosaurs. Yeah, let's go ahead and just kill this. I mean, you absolutely want to get ahead on Dinosaurs if you can. Alright. If we play this, we target. If we play this, we can ramp up. We can do this. Yeah, we take a point here. And then next turn, we could Magda, target something, shoot something, get a land. I don't know if that's good enough. We'll see. Well, all those plans got set on fire. Alright, this is the next best thing. Don't hate this. Woo! Alright, we'll take this. Opponent was going to go big with that hand. I mean, we would have had a bitter triumph just as well, I guess, but... Alright. What are we looking to do here? Probably just this. And to this. I think we attack with both. If they activate the land, we'll just kill the land. And we get crime credit, if you want to call it that. So now we don't have to worry about them casting that Atali anytime soon. All right. Excellent. And then we get to make dragons. Well, alrighty then. All right. Magda, do your thing, friend. All right, opponent's at 5. Cool, we'll take that. You know what's funny? Remember back when I was like, I know what this deck needs. It needs bats. These bats have won at least 3 games. Seriously. So, yeah, bats, annoying card, but it's damn good, especially in conjunction with all the crime stuff. So yeah, as it turns out, not much to change after making the change on the bats here. Every single card, literally, this is one of those videos where we got to see everything in action. It's tough because I would like to have a couple more green blades, but because we have so many things at 3 mana or the turns where we want to try to play like 2 spells at a time, it doesn't make sense to have more than that. It's just a good size body. We don't have a way to give it trample or anything. So being able to just go find that extra desert does help. But there is a world, arguably, where you could replace the green blades with frillbacks, and I think that's actually still okay, because it's good against mono red, it's good against the Boros tokens decks, it's good against control stuff, right? Like, it's good against a variety of things. So rarely are you upset to have a frillback in the deck, where sometimes having green blade and just having a big, like, 7-8 dirtly dude on the ground is not necessarily the best thing, but it is a real body late in the game by itself. But yeah, I didn't really miss Gisa at any point. Obnixilis got to do its thing a little bit, so that was kind of cool. At least I think so. I'm trying to think back through the games. I feel like we casted Obnixilis in it. Oh yeah, we did, actually. And then we had a game where we didn't cast it, and it kind of just hung around, I think. Rattleworms, they were good early, but I think realistically 4 is too many when we're also trying to cast Shieldrids, Obnixilis, you know, whatever. And we have a lot of lands that come into play tap, so it's not even like we get to play it on time all the time either. That's kind of the other issue. Realistically, I think the mana was pretty close, but you are making some concessions just to have all those tap lands, which I think is all the more reason to want to play the bats. If you want to go to a 61st card, I think even playing a 4th bat is reasonable, because there are a lot of times on turn 3 where you're just playing a tap land and then hopefully doing something with your 2 mana. Now, realistically, that could be 2 mana, put a counter on Bristly Bill, play Magda, make a treasure, play bats, play a land, right? So if you have those, you can set up some decent things for turn 4, whether that's a Rattleworm or a Shieldred or whatever. So kind of have to learn to play around all the tap lands, but otherwise, the deck actually functions and does its thing, so thumbs up to that. But anyway, here's the list we're going to post up. It's going to be 2 Bitter Triumph, 3 Deep Cavern Bats, the 3 Go for the Throat, 3 Magda, 3 Bristly Bill, 4 Free Strider Lookout, 2 Outcaster Greenblade, 2 Tranquil Frillback, 2 Glissa. Ooh, what happened there? 3 Shieldred, 3 Colossal Rattleworm, 2 Obnixilis Captive Kingpin, 3 Virtue of Persistence, 2 Swamp and a Forest for my basics, and everything else is a variety of 1s and 2s, I guess. 4 of each of the deserts that are appropriate. I will say this, I did see that there was a Takenuma in the list. I took it out. I drew it earlier and just didn't cast it in the one game, and then I took it out when we got into the latter game, so it doesn't affect the list. It's just an oversight when I was building. But yeah, overall, really cool deck, really fun, and people probably already have the parts for this, so yeah, have fun with this one. Also, not just this list, but if you want to play a bunch of other stuff, we have a playlist which I think has been linked through the video, but like 20 plus decks you can play that are already rotation ready, so you can go spin your wild cards now, still win games on the ladder, and you don't have to worry about replacing anything in a couple weeks, which is awesome. You know, yeah, we just played a Gruul list that actually goes low and direct and puts a lot of counters on stuff, goes really fast and really big, so you might want to check that one out if you want an aggro deck with a little bit of a different flavor. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.